Oof, Ben Simmons is refusing to report to camp, which takes a sad story and make it even worse. Welcome to Total Sports Junk. My name is Mark. With me, Dave and KP. This is a channel where we talked about our favorite sports stories and the news and what we can't stop talking about. And one of them is Ben Simmons, man. This whole off season has been a disaster from organization to player. Now feelings are hurt. Ben Simmons wants a trade. The 76ers are refusing to pay him $8 million. They put it in an escrow account and he gets it when he shows up. Let's start with who are we going to blame first, and then let's start talking about solution. Who's at fault here, Dave?
Ben Simmons at fault, man. I feel like this thing's getting crazy. I feel like the uh, Philadelphia is doing everything they can to bring him in. His boys, his brothers, his teammates been trying to reach out, willing to go to LA, trying to work out with him, trying to convince him to come play or talk to him. They want to play with their boy, and they keep blowing him off. Everybody keep reaching
But
out.
Dave,
It's like, no,
you
they don't
you
want to
let
come.
everybody know you don't want me, and now I'm not showing up, and you're mad. You
Yeah,
you
I
spend
mean,
the
we said,
entire you spend the
listen,
entire summer telling everyone who's listening that they're done with Ben Simmons. They don't want Ben Simmons. They want to trade Ben Simmons.
yeah,
Okay,
the coach
they had
messed
some
up.
lofty they had some lofty goals trying to get multiple first rounds and first rounders for Ben Simmons. Once that doesn't work, now Ben Simmons realized I'm being treated like crap here, so I don't want to
Listen,
be here no more.
okay, I mean, the coach made some mistakes. After coming off a playoff loss, a whole
Hmm.
series loss, they're out of the playoff.
Hmm.
They asked him a question, they kind of answered kind of wrong. Yeah, he did that, but listen, times this at the end of the day, it's a business. The organization is trying to do what's best for them. If that opportunity to trade him, I mean, last year they were talking with the Rockets to trade him for the beard. I mean, if you're then
Hmm.
mentioned with the beer in a trade, I don't think that's an insult. At the end of the day, I mean, that should you know what the man is about. If your name has been mentioned, you should take that. That's part of the
But
business. So at
Dave,
the end of the
Dave,
day,
that's a completely different thing, Dave. No, I can't let you have that. That's a different thing because yes, that is a trade where you are trying to better your team. You made it seem
yeah.
all off season that we don't want Ben. Ben Simmons
How? I
is too
mean, the
this.
only thing I heard is that that,
Dave.
that comment that the coach made after when they got kicked out of the playoffs. But after that, the whole offseason, I didn't hear anything bad. What did you hear in the offseason?
They made it very clear to anyone who was listening that they were putting all of his dirty laundries out about his family, his entourage. He refuses to get better. They don't think he has what it takes. Blah 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 blah. They spend a lot of time telling everyone who is listening that they're better off without him. Now, I don't think they processed what that meant all the way through. Go ahead,
All right.
KP.
Let me say something. Like I told you guys before,
Hmm.
I blame the Sixers organization. Here's why. This whole thing still going on. Listen, yes, you brought this guy in. You throw all your basically all your what do you call it in one basket with this guy.
Hmm.
You sent Jimmy Butler packing because Jimmy Butler don't play that. And the fact that he couldn't get along with Jimmy Butler, or Jimmy Butler saw something, they sent Jimmy Butler packing. Even Joel Embiid was
Okay.
saying, well, it was a mistake to send Jimmy Butler packing. Now, even though this guy couldn't shoot, yeah, he was a great defensive player. Even though he couldn't shoot, you went along and still give him a nice big fat deal, right? And then he still doesn't want to learn how to shoot. When you gotta, when you have
Well,
the deal
KP,
on
to
the
be
tip,
fair, you
and
have
listen,
to give him
listen,
the deal. You could
I
not give him
understand.
the
I
deal.
understand.
Okay, so
I
now we're in the
understand. Listen,
deal. Show up for work.
listen, listen,
It's your
listen, listen,
job.
Yeah.
listen,
Come to
listen,
work, bro.
listen, listen. Even when the whole James Harden situation, they could have made it happen. I think that deal didn't happen because the Sixers didn't want it to happen. They were not happy, yada yada yada. Bro,
Because
can
they
you imagine
believe
what
Ben
Joel
Simmons
Embiid?
is worth a lot.
But bro, can you imagine? You getting rid of a guy because he can shoot, and you have another guy that you can, like, even though he shoots a lot of volume, This guy can average more than 10 assists a game. So obviously he's passing the ball. Can you imagine what that duo would look like with the beard and Joel Embiid? So yeah, sometimes you might have a bad, like you might have something and then you're gonna sell it. You know what? I know I'm gonna take a loss. I know I'm gonna take a loss, but you know what?
Hmm.
I'm good with that because
The
the other
payout is
side of this,
is good. Yeah.
it yeah. So if they had gotten rid of Ben Simmons, they wouldn't be here talking about this guy not wanting to shoot. They'll be getting ready for the season with James Harden and Joel Embiid right now. But no, that's not what we got. All that is because of the Sixers. At the end of the day, you have a guy that says he
I agree
doesn't.
with KP
You have a
on
guy
the
that says
point
that he
that
doesn't want to play with you.
mhm.
He says he doesn't want to
Well,
be there.
I believe in KP to the point where KP says the 76ers bears a lot of the blame because they allowed the situation to get to where it's at by the way they choose to manage it. But I agree with
Yep.
Dave and with this idea. Show up for work. What you mean you're not gonna come to work?
No,
Come to
man, well,
work.
for
I don't
sure, for
get
It's
it.
sure.
your job. Show
Well,
up,
Exactly.
here's
do
the
your
You
thing:
job,
they're
sign.
go
not
home.
paying him,
Give
so
him get they're not paying him because he refused to come to work.
Exactly.
Okay?
Like
Give
you
him the
got a
he
job
Marshall
doesn't
to
care
Lynch
about the
do.
money.
treatment. Give him the
They
Marshall Lynch treatment. I give you the
Okay.
Marshall
Do you
Lynch
want that guy?
treatment.
Listen, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Listen,
whoa.
no,
You
no,
know
no,
what?
no.
I
I'm not
agree with
gonna
you with the
say
Martian
I
Lynch
will.
treatment.
I'm
Listen,
going to
listen.
be a professional. I'm going to be a professional. I'm gonna come in when the coach say run. I'm gonna do my running. Coach say
But
Exactly.
that's
scrimmage.
the
I
thing.
play my best game.
No, no,
I
no,
play
no,
my best game. If I can shoot, I'm not gonna shoot. Whatever.
bro.
We
Exactly.
win, we lose. I take my bag. I go home. I don't talk to the media.
I
I don't
don't.
talk to
I
y'all.
don't.
I'm not here to make friends. I come here. I do my
That's
job. I go
it.
home.
That's it.
No, I don't
What's
want
the
people
problem?
to misinterpret the Martian Lynch treatment, Martian Lynch treatment, because
Mhm.
Martian just didn't want to talk to the media. He still showed up and played, and
But
actually
Yeah,
I'm
the
the
whole.
saying,
guys.
That
I'm
is the
saying
No,
that
Marshall
as an
yeah,
treatment.
I
example.
understand. I
I'm
understand.
I'm saying that
I
as an
just don't want
example
that
as
to
someone who's
be.
honoring his contract because your contract said you have to do this. It doesn't mean
But
even if you don't like it, it's clear that Marshall Lynch did not want to
this
talk
guy
to
was
the
liked.
media. He didn't like it. He didn't want
No,
to
his
do it.
problem was
But
he didn't want to talk to the
he
media, but
knew
he was liked by his teammates. The guy wanted to be with his
KP,
teammates.
you are missing what
This
I'm
guy don't want
saying.
to
What I'm
be with the
saying is,
teammates.
yeah, I don't want to be here, but I'm going to do my job. How many jobs have you gone through where you don't like none of these people? But guess what? I'm still gonna
You
come in,
show up for work.
okay? I'm gonna
Exactly.
show up
Nah,
for
but
work.
this job
If
At the
I
end of
need
the
involves
day,
more than just
if I
showing up,
need
bro.
Stacy, if I need Stacy to fax something for me, we ain't gotta be friends. For me to be like,
just do
hey,
your
ma'am,
job.
this is your job. Can you fax this over for me, please? Do your job. You come in. The coach says suicide. You do your suicide. The coach say we're gonna work one on ones. Whatever you want, coach. We're gonna work as a
But he
team.
doesn't want to
Let's
do
do
that
it.
at all. Ben
He
Simmons
doesn't
doesn't
want
want
to
to
do
do
that
that at
because
all.
he
So
he has his feelings hurt. And to me, this is exactly that level of personality that brings us to where we are right now. This idea that I'm gonna cry because I'm not happy, I'm not getting what I
you
want.
little boo boo,
You
I
don't
bro.
get what you
personally,
want, so what? That's why he still don't know how to shoot a ball.
I
It's
mean, I
Listen,
mean,
it's a
listen. I
direct
don't
line
think.
from here to there.
he
I mean,
is a
people said
modern
that he
day
need a
kid.
better
I'll tell
advisor
you what.
around him. I don't think that's a bad
No,
idea because I feel like he had the wrong
here's his
people in his
problem.
ears telling him things that he want to hear, and he's not taking his job seriously. If you feel
Yeah.
like you got
He
a
is a
problem,
modern
just go to
day
work
kid.
and then can I finish? Say what I have to say, please.
Mhm.
Can I get a
Go
word
ahead,
in?
Dave. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Appreciate that, man. Jeez. So yeah, I mean, I feel like you said like people talking about him putting his dirty laundry over the offseason. I don't think that's
Mhm.
a false statement. Like I feel like he need better advisor. He need people around him that's gonna help him make better decisions. With that attitude, I mean, the guy. Don't get me wrong. The guy's talented. He can play ball
Very
for the most
talented.
part. He can play for the ball for the
Yes.
most part. By the end of the day, the guy's acting like he's LeBron James or Kobe Bryant type of player, like where everybody has to chase him around. Like, yo, you have a job to do. You signed a 4-year contract. You play for like 2 years. You still have like two left. Get your butt to work. We have people that's depending on you to get the season ready to play so we can go further to take that next step that we failed in the last season. But instead, you keep staying away from the game, and then you're holding everybody back. Like everybody's getting pissed. Even Embiid had to say something about that. Like, yo, get to work. like you said, coming to work, you don't have to be buddy buddy. You don't have to be best friend with anybody.
That's
You
it.
come, you get your job done, you go home.
Shaq and Kobe were not friends, but they won championships together. We don't gotta be friends to play good together. Just come and do your job. But
Now you're talking
Agree.
about
KP,
professionals, bro.
a league source says a league source says we have 6 teams that are acquiring about Joel Embiid. 6 teams who might want to make a trade.
No, Ben
I'll list
Simmons.
out the
Joel
yeah
Embiid.
for I'm sorry
Ben
for Ben
Simmons.
Simmons.
Oh,
Yeah, we have about 6 teams who are interested. I'll tell you the team. You tell me where would be best for him, and if you can, give me a trade package that makes sense for that team because I don't see how any of those teams can afford them. So okay, we're talking Timberwolves, Pacers, Cavs, Pistons, Raptors, and Spurs.
hmm.
Where's the best landing spot for Joel Embiid?
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. I'm
Um,
sorry. I keep saying Joel Embiid because of Dave's last comment. Ben Simmons.
honestly, I don't know because I'm not sure what all these teams have to offer. Because if these guys don't want to take James
That's my
Harden,
first thing.
you know,
That is my first thing. If I am the Timberwolves, sure, I want Ben Simmons, but what am I willing to give up? I don't have that much to be giving up,
You don't have nothing.
exactly.
and I don't think Ben Simmons can be a one by himself
I mean, as
because
far as
he
like
can be the man.
as far as living spot, the best living spot, I feel like the Spurs might be the best spot for him because they have like a strong head coach
he won't be able to.
there
He
that
won't be
can
able
really
to with
help
the
him.
Spurs, bro.
I mean, if
Dave, he
No,
anybody,
doesn't.
if you
He
don't listen to
he
anybody,
doesn't listen to
take the
nobody.
if
pressure.
you don't listen to
Exactly.
Pop, if you don't listen to Pop, then like I mean, you pretty much lost cause. Like if you can
He didn't
listen to
listen
Pop,
to
I don't know what to
Kobe.
do with you.
Why would he listen to
Dave,
Pop?
Dave, Ben Simmons, like I was trying to say earlier, he's a modern day kid. He thinks he's
Yes.
grown. He's making his money. You can't talk to him because he got money, and you can't talk to him because he's the league told him he was that good. They pay him like he's that good. So now when you
Well,
tell him, well, you might want to work on that. Well, I'm that good. I
But
don't need to do
KP,
that.
I've
Oh,
seen a lot of kids who were able to have that kind of money and still keep their head on their shoulder and grind. I don't. I mean,
I mean,
that's
that's just
with that
now.
kind of
It,
attitude, I don't think he's gonna be in
that
the
tells you
NFL
the
for
kind
too
of
long because I
family
don't
he's
think
from.
nobody want to deal with that, bro.
That just tells you how he was raised.
That's what I'm saying. You need better people around him. You need better people in this corner that's giving better advice because people telling him
mm,
whatever they're telling him is not working. And then with this attitude, he
yeah,
continues to be like that. Eventually, he's nobody gonna want to deal with that in the NBA. So
yeah, man.
Listen,
Because I don't know, man. I feel like I've been saying this for a couple of years now that Ben Simmons, someone needs to sit with Ben Simmons and remind Ben Simmons how talented he is, but
oh, he
also
knows he's
remind
talented.
him that also remind him in this league, the best players or the ones that are the most talented and works the hardest.
I mean,
It's not
LeBron.
just one or the other.
The
Okay,
thing is,
it's not just
LeBron
one or the
is
other. Go
highly
ahead, Dave.
LeBron highly favored him. I feel like if anybody could be like a good mentor to him, I feel like LeBron James. LeBron should like put him under his wings and like give him
Reach
some
out to him,
advice
man.
because whatever is going on right
You're
now, it's
right,
not working out at all.
Dave. LeBron can open up his wing and tell him to walk in. If
Yeah,
he doesn't
true.
want
If
to
you
walk
don't want
in,
it,
I mean,
that's
like
all he
I feel
can
like
do.
that's the best case scenario for
I
him
don't
at
see
this
how
point. I don't know
LeBron,
what's going on.
any player reaching out to LeBron and for LeBron to say no. I just don't see it happening. So
Exactly.
you see what I'm saying?
yeah. But I think what Dave is saying, it has to be more based on his approach that he's not going to be the one who made the step too. It would have to be LeBron who reach out to him and be like.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel like
Uh,
LeBron shouldn't be reaching out to.
exactly.
How old is Ben Simmons? 25, 26?
He's a young
25.
kid, man.
Huh?
He's a young kid.
Yeah, but John Morant is in his early 20s and he acts like a grown man.
The maturity level, man. Ja
I mean, that's
Morant
what
People
I'm
grew
and
up
saying. He has
Spider
differently.
the yeah.
Spider Mitchell came in the league,
Spider
grown man. Like,
Mitchell. Spider Mitchell
come
came
on,
into
bro.
this league as a grown man.
That's it.
I
I'm
mean,
telling you, man. It's a background, man. I think right now
yeah,
it's just
man. I
the Ben
mean,
Simmons
that's hard,
background,
man.
the baby's behaviors, the nobody can tell me nothing, and having his
Yeah.
own entourage that you know don't know nothing about nothing. That will tell you whatever you want to hear as long as the check keeps clearing. Hey, it is what it is, man. So we'll
Yep.
have to continue, keeping an eye on this situation and see what happens.
I mean, it feels like a sad situation for me because, like we're talking about it, but Ben Simmons did have the potential to be something special, man. If he ever learned how to shoot that ball with the way he can run the offense,
Even
this
Kwame
dude would have
Brown,
been a real problem, man. You know.
Yep.
even Kwame Brown try to reach out to give him some advice and let him know,
Kwame
yo,
Brown.
just
Come on,
show
man.
up.
I'm trying to be serious. You're
Listen,
talking
listen,
about
listen.
Kwame
No, no,
Brown.
no, no, no.
Like,
I'm saying
Kwame
Kwame
Brown
Brown
has
is
a lot
giving him
to
some
offer,
advice,
Dave.
bro.
He can tell
Bro,
you
Kwame Brown,
you're
that's somebody
you're
who left
making some
plenty
of
of
the
money.
mistakes
No,
I made. I
Kwame
didn't put in
left
the
a lot of
work.
money on the table by
Uh-huh.
not showing up, by not putting in the work. And he's telling this
Exactly.
guy, look, I did it your way, and I did not last in the
Exactly.
NBA. Just show
Exactly.
up and at least get
You
your
need to
money.
change.
Show up, at least show up and get your money.
Yeah.
yep.
You don't
I
have to,
mean,
like, he didn't even tell the guy to go work out. He just told the guy, show up and get your money and get out. Don't leave
that's
money
it.
on
That's
the
what I've
table.
been saying the whole
Right now,
time. Go
Benson,
ahead, get your money.
can you imagine? Right now,
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is playing with fire right now. Imagine you leaving all that money on the table. I know it's the NBA, a lot of it is guaranteed, but leaving all that money on the let's say something happened to you and you can't come back in the NBA anymore. All that money you just left on the table for what?
Yep.
Because you didn't feel like showing up to a building who welcomed you
Because
Because
somebody
and
they
gave
said
hurt
you
you
your
had
that
to
money in
feelings.
the
work
first
out.
place.
Somebody said you had to work
Because
out
they
Because
and
hurt
make
somebody
your
said you
free
had to
feelings.
freaking work
throws.
out.
Because they
Yeah,
were
you
mean
got a
to
problem
you.
with that.
They were mean. I don't want to
Shit.
play anymore. Stop it.
Yo,
Yeah,
boo
come
boo
on.
behavior, bro. That's boo boo behavior, man. Come on,
Woo! We
bro.
don't use that kind of language on my show, sir.
What?
Comment down below.
Bonbon?
Like, comment, and share our program, guys. We love to make more shows for you guys. So comment down below. Tell us, what do you think of this situation? How can Ben Simmons get the most out of this? And how can the 76ers can move on and still salvage their season? Because I feel like at this point, this story is on the verge of consuming their entire season. Because
Yep.
we
It
starting the
will.
season talking about this, and then we don't know what team chemistry is gonna look like. Your star players. I mean, there's a lot of. I wish they can take care of this situation quickly and just whatever it's gonna be. If it's gonna be traded and move on, let's do that. If it's gonna come back into the building, let's make that happen too.
Yep.
I have a quick solution. I think the
Talk to me.
Sixers could do what they could do what the Houston Texans did.
Mhm.
You see, there you say they're not talking about Watson. Just come out and say, listen, whenever we give something, we'll let you know. We're not talking about this anymore. Zip it. Anybody asking a question, you don't answer nothing. You don't say nothing. And then if anything come up, we
That's
let
a
you know.
lot harder to sell in the. That's a lot harder to sell in the NBA.
For real.
Well, yeah, but Houston
Especially
Texans are
in
doing
a
it.
big market like Philly. When you're in a market like Philly, KP,
I get
it
it. I
doesn't
get it.
sleep.
Nothing go under the radar. Nothing.
Okay, exactly.
I get it. I
There's a
get it.
lot of people talking, and somebody's gonna come and talk to you about it always. So
But
that's gonna
you
be
can't
hard
have
to sell.
your remaining star player talking about, well, I think it was a mistake for letting Jimmy Butler go. Now Jimmy Butler sitting in Miami sipping on some pina coladas like
The man is frustrated, man.
I
The
was
man
a
is upset.
gangster.
He's frustrated. Get
Frustrated
to
or not,
work.
Dave, I think that's a problem.
For sure.
Frustrated or not, that's
Well,
a
That's a
problem.
it
problem.
is what it
Because
is,
right
man.
now,
Yeah,
guess
you
what?
can't. Mm-mm.
That's what I'm saying. Even if Ben Simmons come back, even if Ben Simmons got over his feelings, say, okay, now I'm
Exactly.
gonna play. Now Joe don't want to play
Now
with
I'm
you
back,
now.
and now
I mean, there's two
I
grown
will talk to
men.
them.
There are two grown men. They have to sit down, and figure it out and talk about it and get this thing
In
going.
that case, Dave, you don't believe that team chemistry matters then?
Yeah, I'm saying like grown men. We talk
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
it, and then we move on. So we move on.
I ain't
Like
gonna move
we
on,
don't keep
bro.
Yeah.
talking about it
I'm gonna
and
move
stay in
on.
our
I'm gonna
feelings. We
move
just keep
on.
it going.
Okay, let's see.
Bro,
Thank
I
you.
can't move on from a
Thank you.
dunk, like literally a dunk, and you pass it up. I can't move on from that, bro.
Well, you need help.
Let's do this.
No,
This dude is
no,
over,
no, no,
guys.
no. You need
Anyways,
help.
guys,
You pass up a dunk,
please,
bro. You need help, not
we
me.
would
He
love
need
to hear
help. That's what I'm
your
saying. He
opinion
need
on
help.
this, and we can wait for the next one. As always, guys, we hope you enjoy. Again, comments, like, and subscribe and share with all of your friends. We'll see you on the next one.